Have you ever had a quiet moment, maybe just for a second, when you sensed that your leadership was heading somewhere meaningful? Like maybe it was just a flash of clarity, a glimpse of purpose, even if you couldn't quite put it into words. That's not just your imagination. That could be your destiny knocking. Hi, I'm Beth Strathman. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about the intersection of your leadership and your destiny. Have you ever thought about what you're called to become? Leadership development isn't just about gaining skills or checking off competencies. It's about becoming the kind of leader only you can be. It's about tapping into something deeper, something that's been with you all along. And that something could be your destiny. The journey to that kind of leadership doesn't begin with a strategy or a title. It begins with yourself. Now, there's a myth from the Jewish tradition that I like that speaks to this idea of knowing your destiny. It's said that before you're born, an angel named Layla places your soul in the womb and lights a candle as she shows you the path you're meant to take in life. But just before you're born, Layla gently blows out the candle and presses a finger to your lips, causing you to forget everything you saw. You know that little groove beneath your nose? According to the story, that's where Layla supposedly placed her finger as she shushed you. Now, this is all to say that deep within you is a forgotten memory, a vague knowing of who you're here to become. Your job in life is to remember what that was. Even Carl Jung believes something similar. He talked about the collective unconscious, a kind of blueprint within us that includes archetypes, patterns, and clues, all guiding us toward the story we're here to live out. So what if your leadership experience isn't random? What if your biggest leadership challenges, your proudest wins, even the frustrations that keep you up at night are all pulling you or pointing you towards your deeper purpose? Now, people often use the words fate and destiny like they're the same thing, but they're not. Fate includes all the constraints you're born into or that are put upon you as you go through life. Your personality, your upbringing, your company culture, the structure you inherited to work under, the team dynamics that you didn't choose. In contrast, destiny is what you're here to shape and achieve. It's your deeper calling, the mark or the impact only you can leave. So fate is what happens to you, and destiny is what you make of yourself or the impact that you leave behind. And here's the twist. You don't discover your destiny with a roadmap. You uncover it minute by minute by facing your fate, by engaging in the messy, unfiltered process of becoming. So take a minute and think about your leadership path so far. It might have included that micromanaging boss, that time you were promoted and felt totally in over your head, and that team that just couldn't get along. What if those weren't simply fateful detours, but they were shaping forces, there to give you the opportunity to rise above your fate to achieve a larger destiny? Leadership development is really a mirror. Every challenge reflects something back to you about yourself, what you value, where you avoid things, where you're being invited to grow. As Kierkegaard said, life must be lived forward, but can only be understood backward. Well, the same goes for your leadership. You may not see the full meaning now, but the dots do connect. So let me ask you, is your current leadership role just a twist of fate? Or is it the very arena where your purpose is playing out? And if leadership is indeed a big part of your destiny, how would you lead differently knowing that today? Would you take more risks? Would you speak with more honesty? Would you invest in your growth instead of just checking the boxes? After over 2 decades working with leaders, here's what I believe. Leadership development is one of the most powerful forms of self-development because the more you grow as a person, the stronger your leadership becomes. and so does your impact. You're not just managing a team, you're becoming someone people want to follow. That's not just fate, that's destiny in motion. If you're ready to lead with more purpose, let's explore what your current role is teaching you about who you're meant to become. Check out the work I do with leaders and teams on my website and schedule a free strategy session with me. Let's get you aligned with your next level of leadership, because your leadership is not just a job. It could be a calling, and I'm here to help you answer it.